We are coming on the air with breaking news now. The Homeland Security Secretary, Kristi Noem, says 2 members of the National Guard have been shot here in Washington. The details are still coming in, but this is developing as we speak. The D.C. Police Department calling this incident critical, but saying that the scene is secure. One suspect apparently has been taken into custody. I want to bring in our NBC News reporter, Gary Grumbach, who's joining us now live here in Washington. And Gary, again, being transparent, there's still a lot we don't know, other than obviously the shooting of 2 members of the military just moments ago here in D.C.
Yeah, we do know the DHA Secretary, Kristi Noem, is saying 2 members of the National Guard were shot. This is happening in downtown Washington, D.C., just about 3 blocks north of the White House in the 17th and I area. If you're familiar with Washington, D.C., it's right near Farragut Square, a metro stop. This is a multi-agency response, as you can imagine, when something like this happens in the nation's capital. You have Metropolitan Police, you've got Secret Service, the Department of Homeland Security on site. And this is a commercial area. It's full of businesses and shops. It is somewhere that is not a lot of residential areas, but certainly a place where a lot of people would be, especially on this Thanksgiving week as we get into the holiday. Now, the National Guard has been here in the nation's capital for months. We're talking about more than 2,200 members of the National Guard that is on duty in Washington, D.C., from 7 states and the District of Columbia. There are constant presence around metro stations around the city. There are constant presence around the national parks in the area, federal land in the area. What we do know now from the situation is that we know a medical helicopter had landed on the National Mall and flew to Washington MedStar Hospital Center. That would certainly indicate that there were some serious injuries involved with the members of the military who were injured in this shooting. They were then taken to the National Mall at the Ellipse area that's just south of the White House, and then flown by helicopter over to MedStar Hospital in Northeast Washington, D.C. Now, the National Guard here has been on the ground in D.C. for weeks and months, and they're here to make D.C. safer. They're here and stationed across the city to provide a deterrence from the crime that the administration has said has been happening nonstop here in the city. And we have, when you look at crime numbers, actually seen a decrease because of their deterrence. But of course, an incident like this putting everybody on edge, Hallie.
Gary Grumbach, thank you very much. I want to go to our